What makes this creature so strange for causing many disappearances of children into the wood? What makes this urban legend spread from all over the world like a contagious plague? Well, his name is Slenderman, and his legend has spread all over the world from Europe to the United States. And what makes us questioning about the Slenderman appear in the photo when children are around? The world may never know about the Slenderman. In June 14, 1989, a Sterling City Police Department reports that Katrina Elkins was missing last Thursday night. At 6 a.m. on Friday morning, Katrina's father, David Elkins, went into Katrina's bedroom to wake her up for school, until he realized that Katrina went missing on a Thursday night in her bed. There's also another witness at the victim's family who saw this event happening was Katrina's 10-year-old sister, Alice Elkin. She claimed that her sister was suffering from an overactive imagination and mentioned something strange about a tall man. Slenderman is basically a tall man with no facial feature and pale skin. He also wears a businessman's suit just to fit in to people and mostly children, to make the children thinking that Slenderman is their imaginary friend. Therefore, he kidnaps children and adults because children who are in a very young age, under 14, have an overactive imagination and their self-consciousness create an imaginary friend to talk to play with, and share feelings with. When a child has been left out by their friends and family. Therefore, Slenderman acts friendly to the children and makes the children think that Slenderman is their imaginary friend, and appear in the pictures in their house before and after their disappearance. In addition, he would do is make the children have nightmares about him, and kidnaps them or even lower them into the woods, where he slaughters the children at. Who is Slenderman that you speak of, and how did he kidnap adults and teenagers into the woods and kill them? After all, in this legend, Slenderman is 6 through 9 feet tall with 4 tentacles growing out of his back, and a black suit with black or red tie to fit into people and children. He has a ghostly white skin with no feathers. He has the ability to control his height or have 4 tentacles out of his give them any signs of illness called the slender sickness that causes you to have paranoia, nausea, vomiting, coughing out blood, and diarrhea, before and after you spotted Slenderman, and the slender proxy that causes people to become insane in thinking that the Slenderman is real, and hypnotize them to do his command. Once you wake up, you realize that you're tied up in the middle of the woods, where he's about to kill his prey, and a 547-pound log hanging over your head, and came up to you and asked you a question. If you get the question right, he will break both of your arms and legs and walk away, leaving you there all by yourself. If you get the question wrong, he will stick out his finger, gently slide it down into your neck, to your chest, and find your heart, and pull it out. Then he will place your heart in any other organs in a plastic bag and hang it over the tree, or he will scatter your organs and your guts around the woods. And if you don't answer his question, he'll cut a 547-pound log on top of your head. In 1540, a German woodcutter named Hans Freckenberg creates an antique woodcut called the Riddle, also translated to the Knight in German. Therefore, it was discovered in Haussburg Castle in the year 1883.
Well, there are two versions of the third riddle. The first version could be a religion symbol of the European war, and the second version is a mystery plague from the Holborn Castle and a nearby village in 1543.
Therefore, another woodcut that Freckenberg created, Der Graumann, that is also known as the Tall Man in Germany. The legend that I know of about Der Graumann is that they say that Der Graumann was a fairy who lives in a dark forest, and every night, the bad kids who don't obey their parents, when walking into the woods during the night, will get kidnapped by Der Graumann and has been slaughtered into the woods. In Scottish legends, Beardub, also known as the Black Man in Scottish, is unsure about a violent man who hunts footpaths and forests at night.
During the ancient times, Ferdub used to be called the Christian devil. However, most character traits are most similar than to the Slenderman. They used tell to scare off children walking into the woods during the night while out there, parent permission, and stay indoors all the time.
So, is Slenderman is real or a myth? Is he still kidnapping kids into the woods or not? It remains a mystery. Slender sickness that causes you to have parana. Shoot. The legend that I know of about Der Graumann is that they use Der Graumann was a fairy who lives. Oh shoot! I just messed up. And the Slender proxy that causes people to become insane in thinking that the Slenderman is real and hypnotize them to do his command. Once you wake up, you realize that you're tied up in the middle of the woods where he's about to kill his prey, and a 547 log hanging over your head, and came up to you to ask you a question. If you get the question right, he will... Oh shoot.
Okay. You got me to Well, there are two versions of the third riddle. The first version could be the religion symbol of the European war, and the second version is my mystery. Delete that.
It's a blooper now.
But how do you say that? Accident.
I'm also recording you.
Goes empty square. Okay. During the ancient time of Verdub, used to be called the Christian devil. However, most of the Christian children walk. Man, what the hell? I can't read it.
I'm recording! Slenderman is basically a tall man with no facial features and pale skin. He also wears a business suit. God damn it, Diana, stop moving!